After serving as Interim Chief of Staff at Hotel Dieu Rehabilitation Hospital since May of last year, Dr. Galina Arvinte was recently appointed permanently to the position. We invited her to the studio to talk about the role of the hospital in Niagara's healthcare mix. Dr. Arvinte, you took over back in May for Dr. Jack Luce, who was ill at the time.
Yep.
What is it like stepping into the shoes of someone who was so revered, so loved for so many years at the hospital?
It was difficult because we lost a beautiful human being, a wonderful professional, strong community physician who provided care for people in the community and leadership for so many years. It was a humbling experience, but on the other hand, I was very, very proud to continue his work. And as I step into my new role, I know I can never replace him, but I can always be aspired to provide the same level of professionalism and wonderful care and compassion and leadership that he provided for over 30 years at Hotel Dieu.
Dr. Luce actually spent his last days at Hotel Dieu as a patient, as a palliative care patient.
Yeah, he had a relatively quick illness, and his last wishes were to be transferred to Hotel Dieu to spend the last day, and he did on our unit on 2 West, and the nurses who loved him for so many years provided last days of care for him, and as it happens, I was his palliative doctor, but we were proud and touched by the fact that he trusted us to do this kind of care for him.
Palliative care is one of the important offerings at Hotel Dieu.
Yeah, we have 5 palliative beds in the hospital setting, but sometimes we have more patients based on the needs of the community. So we have been doing it for a number of years and been really proud of doing it. Our nurses are constantly learning and training in how to provide better care for patients, including palliative patients, and we are really proud of this service.
And Hotel Dieu is also Niagara's only rehabilitation hospital. And when I look at statistics, when I look at what Stats Canada says our population is going to look like, not just here in Niagara, but also across Canada, in Niagara, we're probably looking at about 25% of our population in the senior age group for quite a long time. Does this make Hotel Dieu's offerings even more important in the coming years?
Oh my God, I cannot even emphasize how important rehabilitation for our population, any population, but especially elderly population, are vital really to maintain their function, to preserve their quality of life, to improve the horrible statistic of falling and breaking hips and breaking bones. And Niagara is the 3rd oldest population in Canada, and this trend is going to grow because a lot of people would love to move to Niagara. It's beautiful, it's warm, it's by the lake, and a lot of people rightfully want to retire here. But as we have more population that is aging and migrates toward Niagara to retire, we really have to pay a special attention to rehabilitation services. We are the only rehab hospital in Niagara. We provide services to over 400,000 people in Niagara region and from Fort Erie to Grimsby. Our Hotel Dieu rehab services include outpatient and inpatient services. So the hospital itself is 134-bed facility, and we treat over 1,100 people in hospital. We also provide over 40,000 outpatient visits for rehabilitation. And inpatient services are complex care, people who were in ICU, who were having like significant disability. We look after them to restore function. We also, as we mentioned, palliative, we're doing palliative care and rehabilitation. The rehabilitation part includes stroke unit, which is very strong in restoring function and mobility and speech and swallowing, nutrition support, neuromuscular conditions such as Parkinson's disease, ALS, MS, post-surgical rehab, any kind of shoulder, knee, hip replacements, knee replacements, fall and fractures, motor vehicle accidents. The hospital is unique in so many ways because we have we adopted interprofessional team approach. So it's not only a physician or nurse practitioner who looks after people, but we have a beautiful, experienced team of occupational therapists, physiotherapists, dietitians, pharmacy, speech and language pathologists. Do you know we have actually rehab specialists on the side, rehab specialist physicians, and they actually do a consult on almost all of our patients with recommendations. If the injection needs to happen, the injection happens for people who are undergoing, spasticity type of treatments. They also provide outpatient care. And they have clinics that people actually, they see people straight from the community with possible referral to our outpatient rehab or any rehab facility in Niagara.
I'm going to stop you right there because that's a great place to wrap up this interview. I want to thank you for coming in and good luck in your new role.